Hi everybody, this is Patrick from DoggieDashboard. Today I'm going to show you how to delete a slot from your slot calendar. And so this business right here has a bunch of slots named kennel 1 through 9, and then they have a slot for morning groom and a slot for afternoon groom. To delete a slot, you would click this button here. And then when you choose the slot you want to delete, it's going to warn you that any appointments using that slot are going to get moved to a different calendar. So here's what that means. Let's imagine we're going to delete the slot named Kennel 9. Maybe we no longer have that kennel at our business. So when we go to our slot calendar, you're going to see that this calendar shows all of your slots laid out. However, our homepage calendar right now is the standard calendar, which does not show your slot-based appointments. I prefer to use the hybrid calendar as my homepage calendar. Go to account settings here, select calendar settings, and then do hybrid. That's going to show both your kennels or your slots, as they're called now, as well as non-slot appointments. So now our homepage calendar looks like this, and that's much better. Excuse me. So let's make an appointment here in Kennel 9 from the 5th to the 9th. We will put in Forrest. Comes in at 7 a.m. and he leaves on the 9th at 5 p.m. and it's a boarding appointment. And then let's imagine up here on the 6th, on the 5th, we have a daycare appointment. So we'll put in Abigail will be coming in for daycare. So we'll select that. She comes in at 8:15 and she leaves at 4:30. This is just a little basic appointment stuff. So here you can see that we have an appointment on the top, which is not based on a slot. This could also be something like a walk or maybe an in-home visit. Let's do an in-home visit on the 9th over here just to show you how that looks. We're going to do an in-home visit for Fido and Zelda. They're two companion dogs. We're going to do an in-home visit, and it's just going to be something from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock to go let them out while their parents are at work. So let's do 9 to 9:30. And so obviously an in-home visit isn't going to be something you're going to have a slot for because the animals aren't going to be inside of a boarding slot or a booking slot. Here, a groom, obviously, we have a morning groom and we want to fill it. So if we want to fill the morning groom, we fill the morning groom with Alice, and she comes in for her groom at 8:15 and leaves at 10:30. And we'll just put grooming there. And so you can see that's more a grooming slot. So now that slot's full. There's no more available. But up here you can see we have an in-home visit, which is not really needed for a slot. Anyways, what's going to happen is when we delete this slot named Kennel 9, this appointment for Forrest will not be able to be shown here anymore because it's not going to exist. So it's going to get pushed up here to the top of this calendar because it's no longer going to have this slot assignment. So let's show you what I mean. First, we'll go back to our weekly view. This is just going to be the slots now, and you'll see there's Forrest and Allie. We're going to go and erase Kennel 9 right now. So let's go to Add Remove Slots. Go down here to Kennel 9, delete it, accept the warning message. Okay, and now we're going to go back to the slot calendar. And you're going to see that appointment is no longer there because it was in Kennel 9, but Kennel 9 no longer exists anymore, so there's nowhere to show it. So what's going to happen is if we go to the hybrid calendar, we set it as our home page, but you can always go to the hybrid calendar by going right here. You're going to see that Forrest has now been moved from the Kennel 9 slot, and now he's just up here in this open area because his appointment is not, there's nowhere to put him. Let's say we want to get him back in Kennel 6. Just click on the appointment, edit it, make it a kennel appointment, put him in slot number 6, and then he gets bounced down there back into kennel number 6. And if we go to our home page, you'll see that we are on kennel 6. So let's imagine we want to get rid of this morning groom slot. We're no longer doing morning grooms. This appointment for Allie, once we delete morning groom, it's going to have to get moved up here to the top because it can no longer be displayed inside morning groom because morning groom is going to be no longer there. So let's go up to our weekly slot view, add and remove slots. Let's get rid of that morning slot, delete the morning groom. So if we go back here to our slot calendar, you can also go from here, calendars, kennel slot calendar. You'll see that morning groom is no longer there. So there was an appointment that was a morning groom, but we don't see it anymore because it's been moved over to our hybrid homepage calendar. And there it is, Allie, who was a morning groom. Nothing changes about the appointment, same time, same everything. It's also going to be the same information. It's just that she no longer can be displayed on the morning groom slot because it no longer exists, so she gets moved up here to the top. And so, once again, if you want to have your homepage calendar be hybrid, you go to here, settings, account settings, calendar settings, and then you can set it to hybrid. If you only ever do slot-based appointments, you would use the kennel or slot calendar. Standard is just the calendar that businesses that don't do any slot-based appointments would use, and then grooming is if you're a grooming business that only does grooming. And so that is how you can delete slots. Just remember, when you delete a slot, the appointments that were initially in that slot will get moved up here to the top of your calendar. If you have any questions, info@DoggieDashboard.com. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye.